Hi. Yep, it's me. It's Jeannie. I'm going to show you my cottage, and it's all real organized again. And I had everything out and on the tables, and now everything's put back. I know, a lot of work. Okay, ready to see? Okay, here we are. We're at the door, and we come in, and there we have it. There. And the first thing that I tell my students is to go investigate. So up here, I have stencils and fluid acrylic skins and a couple empty boxes. I have engraving for wood. That's an engraving machine. This is all about printmaking. Some jewelry making supplies. And this is a fun thing. This is, you look in, it's a 3D glass thing. You have a app on the phone that go with it. These are clothespins, different sizes. And then there's letters in there. I don't know if you can see the letters. There's letters down in there, letters. And these are alcohol inks. Let's see. Well, this is just a random scrap box, which we could use for bookmaking, but this is bookmaking. And down here we have all the aprons and mats and things to cover the table. Okay, and here we have our library. At the top of this thing, I have a kiln blanket, a loom. There's a binder for a certain kind of binding for books, and some mats. Whoops, the mats are not showing. The word mats are not showing. There we go. There's the mats. And there's UPO paper, or not UPO, but graph paper up there. And up here, this top shelf of books are for fine art. This shelf is for crafts, fine crafts and regular crafts. And down here are just art for healing and other books in the library and some of my artwork and magazines and stuff. And way at the bottom are wonderful, very, very precious art magazines and stuff. And then I have a collection of canvases and bags and rags and scrap paper. Lots of scrap paper. And this is a child's wonderful art project. But inside, we have scrap paper in these two bins, scrap paper in this chest. And let's see, in these drawers, some fun things. This is some tools, mostly but paper, special kind of papers, envelopes, for Dremel tools. And then this middle one is pipe cleaners. I have a student that just tore into my pipe cleaner drawer there. And this drawer can't open all the way right now, but that's origami. Up on top, I have some games. I have art therapy and a puzzle and some color games. And way up top, I have fish for Guy Taco. There's my iron, my button maker, another loom. And back here, I have leaves for the table, and I think I have easels back there, and lots of craft stuff in this cabinet. Let's see, we have bookmaking or scrapbooking kind of stuff. Tiny beads for bead weaving, macrame, circles, a mirror, weaving in a circle, another loom, a lot of fiber art in here, lots and lots of fiber stuff, card making, bead weaving, that's a bead loom, and in here, what do we have in here? It's like miscellaneous stuff. I think there's some sewing and some other things in there. Let's see, here we have, this is the oldest book ever, macrame. Oh, and I think I just lost my title on it. Anyway, there's that one. And there's a macrame board. And way down there is for stained glass. And we have some samples of projects. There's a macrame and printmaking. These are student folders. And we have, I don't know, between 12 and 16. Some are taking a break. There's a travel bag for pencils and a basket, some thing here. This is resin clay. It's gold and it's sitting underneath a UV lamp. Underneath that, let's see if I can lift this up without destroying anything. Can you see the sand? It's a sandbox. And we have a file. The electric sharpener, always great to have an electric sharpener. Here's what it looks like from this end. We have 2 tables, 4 at that table, 4 at this table. We could probably fit more, probably fit 5 at that table, and maybe more. We could probably get about 8 people in here, plus maybe even 10. Okay, some other folders. This is for fluid painting, supplies for jewelry, and we have a microwave for, I don't know if you can see that white thing in there. This is for firing glass, fusing glass. And of course we have the TV, which is what you're hearing. This is a laminator and the printing machine and my drawers. Just, you know, books and things. Here's some markers and some water down there. Binders. This is precious metal clay. And there is a 2-harness loom, and we've had somebody use it already. This is a mandrel for bracelets. And then I have a mandrel somewhere else for necklaces. This is batik, coiling, sewing, weaving, all the fiber arts here. There's more pipe cleaners. There's some things to work with, jewelry. We have a boat. We have a little motorboat. And inside here we have some Fimo clay, Sculpty clay, little figurines, things to draw. Down here, this is purse making, this fabric for purse making, and there's some paint, some tools for jewelry, more for coiling, more markers. I forget what this one is. This is, I think, engraving. This is wire wrapping, clowning. I know, clowning's kind of interesting, huh? And there's some more easels. These are cubbies for some of my adult students. And this has a center pull out. We have the glue for bookbinding, wax for doing cold wax layers, some paint, and some other miscellaneous things, some pieces of wood down there that we can either paint or carve. And coming along this way, we have some watercolors and some, this is for soldering. I know it seems out of place, but that's where it fit. These are doors, little doors for, what are those guys called? Little fairies and gnomes and stuff, and we can design houses with those. And some more paint and more fabric. There's muslin for the batik and silk painting. And on this side, more markers, and that's more for wire wrapping, paints, more paint, and down here is for the glass kiln. And we have Q-tips and paint and glue. And there's another jewelry box in there. And in here we have the paper to cover the tables or wrap. There's that roll of brown paper and broom for keeping it clean. And this is stamping, mosaic, ceramics, tie-dye, stencil relief, paper making. I have some Cricut tools, a hot glue gun. There's some dies for the resin. This is for paper making, and this is for tie-dye. Everybody should have a junk drawer. This is my junk drawer. And below here I have my UV lighting, UV resin, jewelry making, let's see, molds and beads, paint, more resin. And here we have air. I know, air is important. This is the kind of air we use when we're doing fluid painting to move the paint around. and some other tools back here. This is for airbrush. This is also for the fluid painting or just regular painting. Our collection of wires, of cords for plugging things in. And we have some gold paint. These are my cubbies for my younger students. And this is my paper file. And then over here I have some tissues. This is my drawer that has things in it such as things for enameling, things feather and felts, silk painting. We have Gouda and dyes. And we have a wonderful place to sit. And there's the kiln, which is going to be vented very soon, maybe April, maybe March. This is our starboard. Starboard. This is plaque from our 2nd anniversary. And this is some different students, adults and children. This is my husband Frank, and later my husband Don, whom I could not do any of this without them. These are certificates I received over the years. This one is from, where is that one from? France, I think. And this one is Garfield Heights. I think I have 2 more of those somewhere. I just kind of lost track of them. Okay, and then this one is from Spain. This is really nice because it's got velvet. Okay, and there's my color chart, how to mix those colors. And here are some other pictures of students, adults and children. And then over here we have our little coffee bar, water bar. I have to get a new Keurig. This one doesn't work anymore. And let's see, and this is the end over here. This is the last cabinet. We have brushes and scissors and palettes, and inside this is a list of lots of things that we do. And in here I have paint and gesso and drawing supplies, airbrush supplies, calligraphy, let's see, pastels, both in chalk and oil, and we have color pencils and drawing pencils and crayons. What's an art department without crayons? Chalk paint and regular paint and found paint. Lots of stuff in here. Watercolors. And that will close it up. I hope you enjoyed our tour of our wonderful little studio space that we have here. This is sitting on the drying rack. I just thought I would show that to you. Okay. Thank you so much for watching.